What I want to do today is show you the WikiCAPS Sea Turtle or Hawaiian Sea Turtle, which is also called a Honu. I have a cutting die that we made. The large turtle is 1.7 inches wide, 1.9 inches tall. The small turtle is 1.2 inches wide and then 1.4 inches tall. So you get the set of two. It's going to cut the outline of the turtle and then a background piece to shadow it. Okay. This one comes with the foam pre-installed. The reason for that is we do have alignment holes here. This matches our clear stamp of the same Hawaiian turtle. The Honu is going to be in the two sizes, and this sits so that matches into the shadow background. We'll show you how that matches and works together. This side also has some push pin holes. So if you notice on the back side, besides the alignment, the larger holes, there's some tiny little holes. So if for some reason the cutting material you're using does not release from the die, you could take a small pin and just poke it right through, and that will push the piece out. Anyway, to do our first cut, I'm going to show you here. You want to follow the same layering that's shown on the multi-purpose platform. So your board with the tabs closed, one clear board, your die with the blade side up, the paper that we're going to cut, and I want to cut one of these here. You don't need to, this is a 4-inch by 4-inch die, but you don't need to use the whole die being covered. So you can select what area so you can save paper, then sandwich that all through, and we're going to crank that through the machine. Oops. Sorry, that shifted, so let me go do that one more time on this one here. But this first cut should be done. Let's try that one more time here. Okay. So that's our large and our small Honu turtle cut. And if I take a darker piece of paper, I want it to coordinate and cover it this way. And let's crank that through. So now we have a background piece in a little bit darker color, and that will layer this way, and a smaller one here. To assemble it, just take any adhesive. I like to use Hermafix Dotto. It's really handy to use, not messy, and it holds well. And you're just going to want to center this in that piece, so you get a nice shadow and two-tone effect by layering it. So that again is your smaller turtle. Okay, so that's how the die works. And what we want to also show you is that we can use it with a stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out two more backgrounds. Oh, sorry, I'm going to show you one way first. Okay. Okay, so that's one of our shadow backgrounds. And this is a clear stamp matching it. And unfortunately, I can't find my small acrylic blocks to match these. So I'm going to cheat a little, and I'm going to use the cutting board right here, which is going to work fine as far as holding the stamp, but it's a little awkward because it's larger than normal to line up here. But because it's a clear stamp, we can ink up our stamp, line it up with the background, and then stamp. And that's what we get there. It would have been a little bit easier to line up if I had a smaller block to work with, but you can see the general idea there. I don't know if you noticed, but on the stamps, both the small and the large, there are actually two little plus signs on there. I'll show you in a second what that's for. So I'm going to switch here and ink it up with Versamark, which is a watermark ink, so there's no color of its own. It will just darken a shadow of the image onto your paper. Works quite well if you want to just get a coordinating color. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see in this lighting, but there's a darker blue color of the turtle now on top of there. With this one, I want to do a heat gun. So I'm going to sprinkle that with our gold embossing powder. You can be very liberal because all of that's going to, or almost all of it, will be poured back into the bottle. Okay, and then take our heat gun to set all that. And within a few seconds, you'll see that powder darken or heat up into a nice bright gold. Okay, and that looks about that. So you can see we have two little plus signs now, and that lines up with the holes on the die. So right here. So we're going to turn it over and line it up this way. And if you can pause 1 second. Let's see, there we go. Okay. Normally I would have tape here to hold it in place. I forgot to pull that out, so let's try it and see how good we get without it. Okay, looks like we didn't do too bad, but now you can see how the stamp fits into that shadow piece, and now we have a nice golden Honu or sea turtle. So that's basically how the two dies work together with the two clear stamps. So you can buy them either as a set or individually. And this works pretty much in concept the way we did our Asian dragon, where it will do a cut and we have a matching stamp to give more detail in the cut. Okay, thank you.